Stop, boo-boo. What? Your toy is right there. Pardon me. Why does my seat feel so low? So oh, pardon me. That was confirmation part before I even got the words out of my mouth. Did I get everything? Yeah. So something's come to my attention multiple times, and this video is gonna sound kind of brutal, and I'm a very kind person. I wouldn't say I'm nice, but I'm kind. But this is gonna sound kind of brutal. I have a half sister who's still alive. All my other family members are dead. Every single one of them, except for this half sister. She has been a complete asshole for like my whole life. I guess growing up, she didn't think that I was the big sister she wanted. Like, I wasn't the paint your toenails and, like, you know, talk about boys kind of little sister to her. So she decided I was an asshole. Plus, our mother was a total jackass too. An addict and all kinds of stuff, but she gave a lot of her attention to me. And this created a whole thing between my half-sister and I, who's younger than me. But like, that had nothing to do with me. You know, that was our mother, my earthly mother. And so I was living in this house in Napomo, and I had nothing to do with Kirby for years, nothing at all. And all of a sudden, these people started coming after me. It was my employer's. I was working a caregiving job, and it was my employer's family, because they wanted to steal his house and his property. Okay, so they were coming after me. Now, somewhere in there, I know for a fact that they called other people that, like, you know, when you do a background check on somebody, it comes up as like you lived at certain addresses and your name is connected to certain people's names, like family and maybe partners, what, you know, all this kind of stuff. So they found this information online and they called Kirby. 234 on the timer. And so somewhere in there, Kirby thought it was okay, I guess. I don't know what is wrong with her brain. Thought it was okay. Completely inappropriate. Completely off the wall behavior. Bizarre. Totally bizarro stuff. She thought it was okay to discuss my life with these complete strangers to her. Total fucking criminals. Like, these people are involved in real estate, insurance fraud, probate court fraud, you name it, up one side, down the other. The one of the women who was involved in all of this, she was recently in the news. I think this last October, she was in the news for defrauding the state of California for $180 million. Just let that sink in for just a second. $180 million defrauding the state of California. Okay, so there's a clear pattern of corruption, lies, all kinds of bullshit, all kinds of horrible human yuckiness. But these are the people that Kirby was involved with. And Kirby never really liked me very much. And so she had told some horrible lies about me that I was unaware of for like 20 years. One of those lies was that I was horribly, like, physically abusive to her when we were kids for like years and years and years. She said I beat her every day when we were growing up for like 15 years or something. What? It's mind-blowing, the stuff that she has done to my life. I wondered why all these friends of the family were like totally abandoning me. They wouldn't talk to me. I didn't know why. I had no freaking clue why this was happening. So about like 5 or 6 years ago, one of these these like friends of the family said something to me about, you know, well, I hope you and Kirby are getting along better these days. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. We were never close. Never. you know how you have those family members that like you love them, but like they're not somebody you would hang out with outside of them being your family? That's what Kirby and I. Stop, Belle, please. Stop, baby. That's what my relationship with Kirby was always like. She wasn't somebody I would hang out with or even talk to outside of her being my family member. So this lady said this to me, you know, I hope you and Kirby are getting along. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And she said, oh, well, you know, maybe you should talk to Kirby about that. So I did. I said, you know, what does she mean by that? You know, what she, oh, well, you don't remember? I'm like, don't remember what? Like, I'm totally clueless. What do you mean? Don't remember what? What am I not remembering? Yeah, Becky, because she used to call me Becky. You do remember that you used to hit me every day? I'm like, what? What are you even talking about? I cannot even begin to describe to you how fucked up that is. She was telling everybody and their brother, anybody who would listen, her husband, her kids, her in-laws, everybody, and her father, everybody, that I had been this horrible person to her when we were growing up. And I'm like, I just cannot. So like, what, me sacrificing my childhood for you wasn't enough? I raised my brother and sister with my mom. Unbelievable. So then on that particular phone call, she proceeded to try to gaslight me and tell me about this very detailed story. And you know when somebody's that detailed about something, usually, not always, but usually they're like, they made that shit up in their own head. 654 on the timer. Confirmation scratch. I cannot with her. Like, I cannot. I don't know what else she's told people. I genuinely don't freaking know. She's always been very fake. She's always been very manipulative emotionally. Like, she emotionally blackmails people. This kind of stuff, I mean, so when I was living at the house in Tacoma, we're backing up again. She, after our mother died, she started calling me, inviting me to Thanksgiving, inviting me to her kids' birthday parties, inviting me to Christmas, and like, not to hang out, but like these specific occasions, you know, like birthdays, holidays, that kind of stuff. And I thought, this is weird. And part of me was like really hopeful that finally maybe Kirby and I would like have some kind of sister relationship. You know, I was actually looking forward to that. I mean, genuinely, like, you know, I want to, you know, like have a sister, because I always wanted a sister, you know? No, I didn't know it at the time, but she had me over, her and my ex-boyfriend, he was selling my information to these people who were trying to steal the property and the home from my employer. And the reason they came after me is because I was in the way. I was living there. And Jerry the employer, he had given me permission to take care of the house, take care of his beloved dog. Like, I was there. And they like harassed me for years, for like 5 years. I mean, horrible civil rights violations that would make your toes curl if you knew about them. I mean, really horrendous stuff, really horrendous. 2 confirmations there. And I didn't know it, but the reason Kirby was inviting me to her house was to pump me for information. And also to get me out of the house for specific, because these people literally planted cameras. They broke into the house. They went through my stuff. Like, I cannot. It was that bad. It was that, like, these people are lowlives, beyond lowlives. Seriously disgusting lowlives. 911 on the timer. And really, really disgusting people. And this was what Kirby was doing to me. She was literally putting me in further danger by giving these people information about me. She told them I was mentally ill. She told them I was on drugs. Who knows what else she told them. I know about those things, though, because it got back to me. And nothing done in the dark does not get brought to the light. Everything gets brought to the light. Every single time. Nothing stays secret. that's why it pays to be a good person with integrity, because like I cannot. Ugh. But it's come to my attention that she's still talking talk, behind my back. And I'm sick of it. And so the only thing I can really do, or that I can think of to do, is to put it out there. Someone who knows her may or may not find my channel. I don't know. I believe in God. I believe in synchronicity. I believe in not coincidences. So if you're seeing this and you know anything about Kirby Elizabeth Bedoya, who was originally Kirby Elizabeth Neal, this is the person I'm talking about. Unbelievable shit she has done to me. Like I can't even begin to tell you how she has shit on me and my life so many times, and I did nothing about it. I didn't say anything. I didn't stand up for myself, because frankly I didn't know that a lot of it was going on. But now that I know what kind of scandalous piece of shit she really is, I will not. I'm probably not going to make another video about this, because one is enough for me. I don't really feel like I need to talk about her, because she's an asshole. And frankly, I don't, energy flows where attention goes, and I choose not to pay attention to her because she's a complete, utter failure at anything decent in her life. Like, just be a decent person. Nope. But she's very much like our mother, in the sense that she's good at keeping up appearances. So like with Ellie, my mom, our mom, my earthly mother, she would like come off as very together and very like, well spoken, and she would, it came off as not crazy. But when you scratched just a little tiny bit beneath the surface, shit starts to unravel really fast. I have been, my last, before Napomo, I was raped by two men in my apartment. They evicted me, not the two men that raped me, they evicted me. I spent I think 3 years living in a car before that, and then the house in Napomo thing happened. I did my best to hang on to the house. Confirmation burp. 2 of them. 3. 4. Pardon me. 5. That's a lot of confirmation. I did my best to hang on to the property. I hung in there for 5 years. I found out from Kirby. I believe I still have the text on my old phone. Like, I can prove this happened. Like, I have the proof. I have the proof. Unbelievable shit. That she was negotiating with these criminals to for my housing. What? Nobody ever once called me and said, hey, these weird people are calling and asking all this information about you, maybe you should know. Oh no, did Kirby think it was maybe a good idea to let me know? I mean, I am a grown fucking woman, but no, she didn't do that. Instead, she negotiated with these people behind my back for my housing. How the fuck what in your dumbass brain makes you think for even 1 second that that's okay? Yeah, what the fuck? I cannot. I really cannot. The lies that she has told have altered my life forever. The people that she turned against me, now I also hold them responsible, because they're the ones who listen to lies. And never once did any one of those people ever come to me and say, hey, by the way, Kirby says that you're horribly abusive. And I'm like, I cannot. I just cannot. Nobody ever said anything to me. I didn't know for over 15 years. And then after, she was inviting me to Christmas and birthdays. I'm buying all these presents for her kids and all this shit. Never once did she ever have the decency to tell me what was going on. Never once. Never one time. It wasn't until after our younger brother died that she told me that my employer was dead, had died in October. I didn't know about that either. because nobody was telling me the truth. Nobody told me the truth. And you might think that's odd, but he was in the hospital, and I had been getting in touch with him every month. And finally, the hospital staff stopped giving him my phone calls. And it wasn't just me. There was another gentleman who used to take Jerry his mail and when I couldn't do it and stuff like that. He couldn't get a hold of Jerry either. Well, it turns out Jerry's fucking dead. Didn't know that. But Kirby knew that because she had been talking to the criminals the whole time. Totally insane. Insane. Scandalous bullshit. So then, I land in the car. Again. Second time living in a car. Has she ever once called me and said, hey, do you want dinner? You know, like, are you okay out there? Are you alive? You know, nothing. No, she just continuously badmouths me behind my back, saying that I'm fake. It's all a bunch of narcissistic projection for her. Whatever she says about me is true of her, not me. Same thing our mom did. She's just like our mom, just like her. One of the main reasons I never liked Kirby, Belle, stop, please. One of the biggest reasons I never liked her is because she's a gossip. She's always been a gossip. She's still a gossip to this day. And it's just confirmation. Right on the throat chakra, too. She's an asshole. And she's fake as fuck. You just scratch a little bit under the surface. Total asshole. She's lied about me and talked badly behind my back for years. Stop with the confirmations, please. I'm sick of having itchy face. Thank you for them, though. Thank you, Spirit. Good Lord. The bullshit that this person has pulled on me is, it boggles the mind how anybody could be so cruel. I've literally never done anything to her. I don't go out of my way to talk badly about her. I've even kept my mouth shut many times when I knew things about her, really awful things, and I never said a word. Never said a fucking word. Well, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being quiet about it. And like I said, I don't think I'll be talking about this like more than this time, but like the ugliness that has gone on in my life because she's a horrible gossip, a liar, and just an overall like low-life person, just really cruel and mean, is beyond it. Like, it's hard for me to imagine, so it's difficult for other people, I'm sure. Just really horrendous shit. And I would, as much as I would love her to just shut the fuck up, I'm pretty sure she won't until God comes in and snatches her voice right out of her throat. I cannot with her. Like, I have zero patience with it anymore. And I'm tired of being quiet about it. I don't know like what exact difference this video would make, but sometimes just telling the truth makes a big difference. And so that's what I'm doing here, because I'm so sick of her bullshit. And then it coming to my attention that she's still talking about me. Like, get a fucking life. I don't even think about you. You are so dead to me. I genuinely like don't give a fuck. I really totally don't. When I think of my life, I don't think of her at all. Not even a little bit. When it keeps getting brought to my attention that she's continuously talking about me, it's like, dude, get a life. Like, get a life of your own, not mine. I'm good. I'm off here hanging out with my dog. She's cute. Oh, she's so cute. Hanging out with my dog. I spend all my time with Spirit. I spend all my time with God. All my time. I literally go out of my way to do that. Because for the most part, people are assholes. There are good ones. It's just, I prefer the company of angels and God, truthfully. So, and anybody who lives their life with God or lives their life with Spirit knows exactly what I'm talking about. But this crap that she's pulled on me is just horrendous. It's horrendous. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I've taken it and not said anything. I've taken it and given her the benefit of the doubt. I've taken it and and, you know, just let it go, you know, basically for my sake, so that I don't, you know, have to think about such a horrible person, because it, like, you know, I don't like dirty brain, you know, and like talking about this, thinking about this with her makes my brain feel dirty. So after this, I'm gonna have to go clean my brain, because the complete nastiness of her actions towards me are it's disgusting. It's beyond disgusting. So anyway, I think that's what I have to say for right now. I really don't want to like get too much further into it, because she's just that much of an asshole. It's just really it's that bad. It really is that bad. It's always been that bad. She's never been kind to me. I can not even remember one time she ever bought me a Christmas present, ever bought me a birthday present. Oh yeah, and by the way, we share the same birthday. Exactly, on the same day, 4 years apart. She is as karmic as karmic. You know what? Stop doing that to me. Just stop. She's as karmic gets. And I'm sick of trying to, like, just stay quiet about it. It's horrendous. The things that she has done. She abandoned our mom, left her on the street to die. I was not in a position to help our mom, although I did try. I raised my brother and sister with our mom, as well as our younger brother was abandoned at the hospital to die by himself. That was horrible. She's just done so many really awful things. And never taken any responsibility. She's never accountable for any of it. It's always because of this fantasy story that she was horribly abused when we were kids. That's bullshit. She was shielded. She was protected. She was taken care of. Period. That's the truth. I'm so sick of that bullshit. I mean, like, the lies that she told made people abandon me when I needed them most. When I really could have used some help, you know. There were people amongst our family friends that would have helped me go back to college and all kinds of different things, and they didn't help me because of her fucking lies. Like, what? When somebody alters your life that much and is so destructive, you cannot have any quarter with them. There can't be any like, oh, well, maybe they didn't mean, oh no, she meant it. She full on meant it. It was intentional, and it still is. I'm sick of her talking behind my back, and I'm just, you know, like, I'm kind, but like, don't piss me off. Don't. And she's officially pissed me off. I'm sick of it. It's absolutely horrendous, disgusting behavior. And I really hope that for her sake, she shuts the fuck up, because you can't just go around and treat somebody who is clearly one of God's chosen people. Like, you want to know what kind of person I am? Look, there's an article in the description of my channel about I saved a man's life on a very dangerous highway. But it's not just that. From there, you can find my GoFundMe page, which will lead you to a whole bunch of updates I've done. Not only that, but on my YouTube channel, you can see my repeated pattern of just being myself. Well, like, whether you like it or not is really beside the point. The fact of the matter is, I've always been a good person. I've always been a decent person, more so than most. I go out of my way to be kind, to be helpful to people, even when I'm hurting. Even when I'm hurting, I still find ways to be helpful, to be kind to people. And you'll see that repeated pattern on my YouTube channel, because I think I've had this YouTube channel for a little over 2 years now. Like, I'm always the same. I'm always me. For better or for worse, whether it's pretty or not, I'm always myself. That's one of my superpowers, is authenticity. I'm just being myself. Her father used to fight with our mom. We lived in this house in Camarillo. Had really tall ceilings. And it was like on the corner of a cul-de-sac, so it was like a big property. You know, they're like a little bit larger lots. Usually, like, the cul-de-sac corner lots are bigger. And there was a fig tree and a plum tree in the backyard, and my mom used to make fig jam And plum jam. Oh, plum jam is so good. So is fig, but plum's kind of my favorite. And while we were living there, and I'm sure Kirby probably doesn't remember this because she was very young, very young. Like literally maybe not even 2 years old yet. I know, because her father left us before she was even 2 years old. But I had my own room, and they used to fight. My mom and Kirby's dad. They used to fight, like just screaming at each other. And I always got ear infections when I got like water in my ears, so I had these custom-made earplugs. And I used to take her into the closet and put them in her ears so she wouldn't have to hear them fighting. I walked that kid home from school. There's so many things. Constant babysitting, of course. There's so many things. So many things I did to help her along in life, and all kinds of stuff. And she's done nothing but just be horrible to me, mostly with her mouth. I have some other instincts about things she's done to me that have been like stealing money, stealing property, stuff like that. But until I have proof of that, I'm not really gonna go into it because it's alleged at this point, and I don't have any proof of it. But she's just really been horrendous, really, really awful, and I'm sick of staying quiet about it. So anyway, that's my piece about her. The thing is that even though she's been so horrible, I have spent hours and hours and hours and hours praying for her, for her children, for her marriage, for her home, for her finances, for all kinds of stuff, for her relationships. I have spent, and like, I know for a fact she has never prayed for me, ever. It's probably never even occurred to her to do it. She never was a person of faith. Never. She always claimed that our mom shoved it down her throat. And my mom was kind of a fanatical Christian. However, Kirby really hates on God. And it has nothing to do with our mom. It has nothing to do with that. She just never believed in God. She never loved him. She never knew him. She never tried. Which is another reason why she hates me. I was always like the spiritual one in the family. And she just didn't like that. You know, we're not chosen, and treated like crap we're not treated like crap for a reason. It's because we're chosen by God himself. And it's the weirdest thing to see it, because at first I think you like really question it, or at least I did. But, when you see the evidence of how people hate on you in your life, it becomes clearly evident that there's something obviously going on with certain people. Anyway, if you're one of God's people and your family hates on you too, you're not alone. You're not alone. It's happened to me, and it's hard to understand why people could be so hateful, so cruel, for no reason either. It's not like they have any reason to be. But anyway, I just wanted to say that much, and also just kind of let people know you're not alone with it. You know, I've experienced it too, hardcore, and it's awful. I just pray that you're able to forgive those people, because even as horrible as she's been to me, you know, I've forgiven her mostly because I deserve to be free, and I'm not going to carry that anger around with me, that bitterness, that resentment, that, you know, it's like a hole in your heart, you know, when people treat you badly and you don't really understand why. But I hope that this video finds you blessed. Love, blessings, and compassion to you and all of your families. Peace be with you.